Hello and welcome to Java with Jim. I'm Jim Reese, Director of Business Development at Offit Kurman, joined here today with Eddie Wingrat, President at Flowers and Fancies. Eddie, nice to see you today.
And good to be with you, Jim.
Thanks for joining me. Love the background. Love
Thank you.
it.
Thank you.
So Eddie, tell us about Flowers and Fancies and what do you do there? And what makes your company different from other companies that are in the same industry?
Well, that's a fairly broad question, and I'll try to get to it in as detail as I can. We're in the flower business. In that, included in that, of course, are flowers and plants as horticulture. And we are in several avenues that require or request flowers. That be hospitality. We have a daily delivery business that delivers all through 5 counties in Baltimore City. So it's an occasion-based delivery service, and the hospitality end is covering hotels and caterers, restaurants, food service areas. We also do plant installations in larger buildings, and there's also a large DIY segment that we now are involved with. In fact, the new company that we're running right now is called Baltimore Flower Market, which gives any DIY or anybody in the industry a bulk pricing for all stems that they can use for their own. So we cover a lot of things, and the differentiation factor really is the fact that we do try to get to yes for each and every customer. Whether it's somebody across the counter that is interested in buying one rose for his girlfriend, or if it's a planner that's planning on tables for 1,000-person gala, everybody gets the same treatment, everybody gets the same respect. So we are looking for people that understand that. We are always interested in education and education to the customer. And we hope that they're going to be loyal to us because of those factors.
Yeah, and I know firsthand a little bit about your education and DIY program because I know my wife and some of her girlfriends have gone to your wonderful facility and learned how to make flower arrangements, and she has come home with some beautiful flower arrangements. So, wonderful, wonderful work that you guys do. Eddie, when it comes to flowers and fancies, what would you say you are most proud of?
Well, I've been doing this a long time right now, and I would have to say I'm pretty blessed. Number one, that I'm still here. The business is still here. We started in 1971. We've been through a multitude of facets that were out of our control, last of which was COVID. But I'm really most proud of the fact that the name Flowers and Fancies is really synonymous still, and hopefully ongoing with quality and high service and quality products. And the fact that it is, when we hear it from people, is really makes me proud. And it makes the same thing with all the people that are here with us. They understand that it's for the customer. And, we can't get any better than that if the frontline people understand that they make decisions based on the customer. So I'm extremely proud of that. I'm extremely proud of the people that work here. The lifestyle occasions that we're now doing second generation and even third generations of families. People that I did weddings for in the 70s and 80s are now their daughters or sons are getting married, and therefore their sons and daughters have been married, and they're doing bat mitzvahs and things of that nature. So we like to think that it's an extension of what we do every single time, and granted that is. I'm most proud of the fact that my two sons have decided to come into the business, both on different occasions, not that they were solicited. They both went into the world when they graduated college, and they found that they were doing what they were doing because they wanted to. And at the same time, they looked over their shoulder and they saw me, and they asked. They didn't come in. They didn't walk through the door and say, "I'm here." They asked if there was space. So I'm lucky. I'm lucky that they're here. I get to see them every day.
Indeed, you are. That's for sure. Eddie, I know your business is somewhat cyclical based on events and so forth. So, with that in mind, what do the next 6 months look like for Flowers and Fancies?
Well, we go from season to season. It's a great question because we're granted an opportunity between seasons to really look back and see what went on and quickly move so that we can see what is coming up next to make any adjustments. So, for example, at the end of the summer, we'll be in what goes into a high season again. So we've been planning to do certain things going on at that point. We have events that are already in the books, galas that are already in the books. We have new hotels that we're working with, which is a great thing for what it is that we do because they have various needs almost on a daily basis. So we're planning and training. We spend a lot of time training of every asset of what we do here so that everybody's on the same page. We're also pretty excited about this Baltimore Flower Market program because we're really rolling it out come the fall. And once that does, it gives us a whole new aspect to really use and to really entice the use of the flowers.
Got it. All right, so Eddie, here's the fun question. What do most people watching this video not know about you?
Oh, first of all, these aren't necessarily in order. I'm a baseball freak, a baseball fanatic, as a matter of fact. I walked in and, the idea of having the Orioles in town is pretty exciting now. The fact that they haven't been to a World Series since 1983. My son, who works with me, Eric, is attended that World Series. And I've been promising him every year that we're going to get back to a World Series. So I'm a baseball freak. I really love the game and love being at the stadium. I was involved early on when I was little with two nonprofits that everybody probably knows of right now. One is the Ronald McDonald House. I was on the original board of directors and was honored to be a part of that then. And watching what it does now really just blows me away with what the good it does for the people that it handles. I was in the mix when before the first house was built. Now, of course, there's a second house in East Baltimore. And my granddaughter now comes with me down to the house. She was enamored with the place, and she now brings gifts. She brings gifts at Christmas and in the spring to the kids down there. Second one is Sports Boosters of Maryland. It's an organization that raises money we bridge the gaps in budgets for youth sports. So we've been able to, over the years, help a lot of kids get on the ball field because that's where they belong. And two that come to at the top are for me over time because they're really thriving today. And we gave them seed money to get going. One is Next One Up, if you know Matt Hanna, anyone out there. And the other is an organization called the Baltimore Terps. They were come out of Pimlico. We met them about 15, 18 years ago. And we seeded their program, and they just opened up a field in the Park Heights area where they service over time, thousands of children in the neighborhoods, football, lacrosse, cheer, all these things. So those are the things that probably nobody knows because I'm pretty quiet about those things. But most importantly, and as I said, not necessarily in order of importance, we have a program here called Blooms for a Better Baltimore, Blooms for a Better Be More, as we call it. We are associated with nonprofits, assisting them in raising money. And anytime that we can be of assistance in any kind of gala or any in-kind services, we're happy to provide. So that's a little bit about me that probably most people don't know.
Well, Eddie, thank you for sharing so much with us about both Flowers and Fancies and about yourself. We appreciate that, and I know the listening audience is going to enjoy this interview and this conversation about both Flowers and Fancies and you and your personal likes. So thanks for being with me. I know I'm going to see you soon somewhere because we usually run into each other. Thank you for the wonderful work that you and Flowers and Fancies do for the community, and I hope to see you soon.
Very good, Jim. Thanks for having me today.
Bye now.